A 4-alarm blaze rips through an Etobicoke warehouse.
And BlackBerry reports another losing quarter, while Drake meets his fans tonight in Toronto. Humber News starts now.
Hello, it's Friday, September 27th. Welcome to Humber News, coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at the North Campus. I'm Jonathan Rumley. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Rachel Landry. Ahead on our show, we have all your news, sports, and entertainment highlights, as well as your 5-day weather forecast. But first, John has our top story.
A 4-alarm fire that raged in Etobicoke early this morning is now under control. Toronto Fire Services say the fire started around 2 this morning in a parked truck at a produce warehouse. Vehicles blocking the doors made it difficult for firefighters to enter the building. After an hour on the scene, firefighters were forced to evacuate due to dangerous conditions. No one was inside at the time of the blaze, and no injuries were reported. The fire is said to have cost nearly $500,000 in damages. The Office of the Fire Marshal is investigating the cause.
Police say a woman has been arrested for an alcohol-related offense after a crash on the Don Valley Parkway. Around 5 this morning, a car driving northbound on the Bayview ramp towards the DVP missed the turn. The car went over the curb and smashed into a guardrail. The woman driving the vehicle was taken to hospital with serious injuries. A man also in the same vehicle sustained minor injuries. The DVP ramps to Bloor and Bayview are now reopened. The ramp from the southbound DVP to the northbound Bayview extension is still closed.
A new report on youth unemployment has been released this morning, and the name says it all. The report, titled The Young and the Jobless by the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives, reveals Ontario's youth employment is far below the national average. The report shows youth employment rates have decreased within the last 5 years. Only half of Ontario's youth have jobs, while Toronto has the lowest youth employment rate of any region in Ontario. This makes Ontario the worst province for youth employment outside of Atlantic Canada.
People calling themselves serious heterosexual guys gathered to rally at the University of Toronto today. Lisa Mayer has the story.
Victoria University is usually quiet on a Friday afternoon. Today, though, it was packed with people wanting to deliver a message. The rally, called Serious Heterosexual Guys for Serious Literary Scholarship, gathered to voice their anger with Professor David Gilmore. Yolan Bolo Kamara is the Vice President of Equity for the University of Toronto Students' Union.
I feel that David Gilmore's statements were definitely threatening the safe, inclusive community that we have at U of T. Just to add,
Gilmore said he used careless words and that the interviewer wasn't aware of when he was joking. Anne Theriault is the owner and writer of the Bell Jar blog. She wrote Gilmore a letter on her blog thanking him for what he said. A former student of Gilmore's, Deirdre Casey, wrote the National Post backing what Gilmore said.
A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. Why on earth should all those lives be white, serious, heterosexual guys?
Kristen Ormedo is a second-year classical civilization student at the University of Toronto.
It's just that because it's like he's quieting the voices of his students. He's not giving them a chance, and that's, I don't know, it's dangerous. I can't explain it, I just don't like it.
Around 100 students and staff came out to rally in their displeasure with what Professor Gilmore said. Reporting from Victoria University at the University of Toronto, Lisa Mayer, Humber News.
When we come back, we'll have more news from across the country and around the world. Natalie Silverman will have the sports news, and we'll have your weather forecast with Yasmin Neal.
You should try to get outdoors this weekend because it's going to be beautiful. You may even be able to enjoy that last drink on the patio. I'll have your 5-day forecast after the break.